There always comes a point in time when one finally just has to, and has no choice but to sort through the billions of things which one has accumulated through the centuries and decide what to keep and what to throw out. For some, this is easier than it is for others. We keep memorabilia that we only look at when we sort through the stuff we have, and while there is that part of us that wants and maybe knows we ought to toss it out, we just can't quite bring ourselves to do it. So, having looked at it with fond memories of times past, we put it back in the box, and there it is, taking up space that could be used for keeping something else that we really do need and really should keep. Then there are those times which, as we see them, we just toss out. Not so much because they are useless, but maybe because when we get to them we are tired of the sorting and just simply want to get it done and over with. Having done this, and those things being then picked up by the garbage man, there comes the day when we search high and low for it, and not finding it we remember and lament, "I should not have thrown that out." All too often we keep what should be thrown out and throw out what we should have kept. This is too often what we do in our spiritual life. We toss out what we ought to keep and keep what we ought to toss out. It is probably due more to the fact that what we keep makes us comfortable and secure, and if we toss it out, we are stepping out into a bit of the unknown, and that can be rather frightening. If we read through the words of the Apostle Paul from Philippians 3, we find him speaking of many comfortable things which he had for a long time in his life. He had grown accustomed to them, lived in them, relished them, and felt secure in them. But in the verse just preceding verse 9, he says, "But indeed I also count all things loss, and count them as rubbish." And this points to what he says here in verse 9, "Not having my own righteousness, which is from the law." It is time to throw out the old, useless righteousness of our own based on the law, and this we would do daily. Amen.